next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest back in the building. My guy, my brother, SleazyWorld. Go.
What's happening?
Did you peep that we got the plaque in the corner? Were you here when we put the plaque up?
Yeah. No, I wasn't here.
You weren't here.
I peeped when I came in.
Yeah, so we got, so I gave you, I presented you, I helped present you the platinum plaque. And it came to me at Rolling Loud, like what was that, like 2022? What was the last Rolling Loud in New York? It was like 2022, right? Yeah, 2022. And then they sent me that plaque right after, and it's crazy because the only two people who have like a plaque in my studio are you and Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Those are the only people that ever sent me a plaque. There are a lot of people that owe me plaques, but you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you were the first person that I was ever able to receive a plaque from, man.
Not for sure.
How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been working.
I know. You had a busy like year for real.
Yeah.
The tour with Offset,
Yep.
right? That kind of like set off the top of the year. Which first of all I love because obviously you and Offset working together in the past I think we spoke about it last time, but with the Offset tour, like what was that conversation like? How did that end up happening for you?
I actually saw I saw him post that he was going on tour and I DM'd him. I'm like I need to be on her. He's like all right, bet. And
it was that easy?
Yeah, the rest was like history.
Do you feel like is that kind of like just the relationship you have with him?
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. No, we locked in.
He's not on this project, right?
Nope.
No, he's not on this project. But on that tour, what was cool, because I remember there was like one show where they brought like, I think it was like the LA show, where he brought like everybody out. I think that was the one where he brought like Gunna, and that was like the show with the most like cameos, right?
He brought a lot of people out on that one.
How, I guess, like, did that, because I feel like that was probably your biggest tour up until this point, right?
Yeah.
That you ever been on. How did,
that was my only tour. That was my first tour.
That was your first ever tour? For real?
Yeah.
I could have sworn you went on like a little smaller tour before that.
I was just doing a lot of shows.
Okay. Well, how do you feel like that this Offset tour opened your eyes to, or what did it open your eyes to, and what did you kind of like learn from it, especially it being your first tour, which is kind of crazy that like this is your first tour, like an album in, a platinum record in, like what was kind of like, what do you feel like, what did you take away from it? Like what was the outcome?
It just let me like touch my fans. Like I ain't know like that many people like supported me and like seeing them in person.
Yeah.
It was just like a different experience for me. I feel like just like all the love, it's easy. Like you can't really feel the love through the internet versus in person. So like on tour, I got to meet them in person. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it was just different.
Did you get to do a Kansas City show for that one?
Nah, he ain't had Casey on there.
But you did the Sleazy Day.
Yeah.
But which I'm gonna talk about in a second. But I think but what's cool is like on those type of tours, and when I get to speak to artists about those type of tours, you kind of, like you said, you realize all these different places that like people listen to you. Was there like a specific city that kind of surprised you in that matter?
I feel like really all the cities it was turned. All the cities was really turned.
There was no city that you were like, oh wow, I'm surprised I have a fan base here. No,
because I can see like on my when I go to like my numbers,
your Spotify or your Apple
I can
Music,
see like who where they be streaming me at, and like every city that I was on the tour, they would stream me.
Was there like for you for this tour? Was it kind of like what was the build up to it too? Because like you said, it's your first tour. You've been doing the shows. Was there any like extra, I guess, preparation for you that went into it? You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people, they be trying to get like they be trying to get their body right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of performing, a lot of running around on stage. Was there any of that for you?
I feel like I'm already in shape. Like I be working out, so like I ain't really had to do all that. It was just really I was ready to go.
Like as soon as you got there, we was good to.
I'd be ready to perform. Like that's like my favorite thing to do when it comes to like this music, like performing.
Yeah, Sleazy Day looked amazing, by the way.
Yeah, Sleazy Day was turned.
With that, what I think is like really cool about that, because like I heard like y'all all hit the studio after, and I thought that that's so beautiful because I feel like there's like you and a bunch of these other artists are in like this great community where like everybody supports each other, Rob, Carbon, so on and so forth. What is it like for you two to then bring all these artists who may not typically always stop by Kansas City and bring them to the city? Like, how did that feel for you to be able to put this event on for the city and kind of like bring everybody home with you?
I mean, it felt good. It's like me showing them like how my city is and how I'm coming down there and just how it is as a whole, was just bringing light and they enjoyed it. Like, um, it was sold out. The city came out. They showed love to every artist that came and performed. So it was like introducing them to my city as well as doing something for my city. So yeah.
Right, because I feel like we get a lot of there's a bunch of artists out of Kansas City, but obviously you've been the most successful in this time period, right? You also brought the rest of the remind me the names of all the artists that we did.
Stormy,
We did Stormy,
Sky,
Sky, and then Lil Sleaze,
MP.
MP.
Yeah.
But his name, he go by Lil Sleaze MP.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
go
yeah.
back and forth. With that, is there like a label underneath you now that you kind of had them all under, or are they just all kind of part of just
Yeah, Switch is the label.
the squad? Switch is the label,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's just them three underneath it.
No, it's more. It's more under it. Yeah.
We still got to do like a whole cipher with everybody in here.
Yeah, we
one
gotta
day.
do a whole cipher. It's gonna be tough.
Who else is underneath it, or can you say it or no?
I mean, you got Baghdad,
Okay,
MP, Stormy, Sky. That's really it right now.
where are they at in like their development, or like where are you at in like helping develop them right now? Like, do they have projects on the way after this? After you're done with this, is that kind of like your focus, or
They've
where
been
kinda, like,
dropping
you at?
projects. Baghdad has recently dropped a project.
Okay,
Stormy dropped a project. I know Sky working on her project. She finna be releasing her project. MP dropped one project, his first mixtape, little EP. But he working on another one right now, Baby Sleaze. And yeah.
fire, man. That cipher gonna be, and then we got to get a compilation tape going eventually too. I feel like
Man,
that's
we got
necessary
to.
now.
We gotta get one.
What do you feel like? Because I know that I think Ray Money is his name. He just came home,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
Shout out Ray Money.
Yeah.
The Kansas City music scene, like, what do you feel like it needs right now? Because like obviously he came home. I've been kind of put on to the privy that he's been a big figure in the culture, and that it's a good thing that he's back. Obviously the Switches label. Like, what do you feel like has been missing, or like what do you feel like you guys still need out there?
I don't really feel like we need nothing. We just gotta keep like supporting each other for real. Like you said, Ray Money, he hard. Like I feel like he gonna be the next to blow for real. So
Ray Money's the next to blow out of Kansas City.
yeah.
Shout out Ray Money, man.
Yeah.
What do you feel like makes him so special?
His style, like his flow, his wordplay, he just got his own style to him that I feel like the world ain't heard yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when they discover that, they gonna rock with it like how they rocked with me. You know?
We'll probably be seeing him here soon, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
How long was he away for?
I think he did like 4 years,
Okay,
5 years. Yeah.
I know recently, when he came to visit us in Detroit, but Two Gun Kevy from your way passed away too.
Yeah, Kiwi.
Rest in peace. Oh, Kiwi, excuse me,
Yeah.
Kiwi, my bad. Two Gun Kiwi passed away. I think I messed up his name when we met too, and he's like,
Yeah.
nah, it's Kiwi. But yo, rest in peace, Kiwi, first and
Yeah.
foremost, man. Did you have a relationship with him too? Was there any like kind of friendship there?
Yeah, like we was cool. I saw him a lot of times like that. We always was cool. He was really a legend when it comes to like the Kansas City, Missouri, like the music scene. So it's like I grew up listening to his music.
Right.
So
How do you feel like his loss impacted the music scene? Like, because obviously we're in New York, so
it was unexpected. It's like one of those deaths where you just like didn't expect to happen. You know, it was just like, nah, that can't be. But yeah.
Rest in peace, Kiwi, man.
Yeah, rest
But
in peace.
I think what you're doing is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, even from like some of the give backs that kind of Toby's made me privy to that you're working on, and the Sleazy Day, which is gonna happen again,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We're gonna do Sleazy Day again.
Yeah, we're gonna do that again.
That's gonna be incredible. And I think if we're talking about growth the past 2 years, it's been 2 years since Where the Shooters Be, right? And this new album obviously is called More Than a Shooter, which we're gonna get to. But how do you feel like SleazyWorld go as like a person and as an artist? This is like a two-part question. How do you feel like you've grown in these 2 years since the last project, since we last did this?
I feel like I've grown a lot for real. I mean, that's a part of life. We all grow, we all change. We learn from a lot of mistakes. I feel like I learned from a lot of mistakes. It just made me sharper. I feel like I'm sharper. I'm way better with my music. I'm more detailed with my music now. I just feel like I just like grown a lot of wisdom too. Like I got a lot of knowledge that I feel like I want to feed back to my fans and like my city, my community. So yeah.
I've heard the softer side of Sleaze. I've heard the more melodic stuff that you've been working on. I like it. I like with it too. It's like it's different. It's not something I would have expected from you.
Like my day one fans, they've been on that.
Mhm.
That's what they really miss. Like my day one fans, like if you've been like following me when I first started like my journey, I was making that type of music before. I mean, it was a mixture. I was making both of them.
Yeah.
But like once I made it off of that, I just stayed in that lane a little bit, you know. But it's like really, this more than a shooter. It's kind of like going back to them roots, you know, and showing them like I'm versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is there more of these like melodic records on this project?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they've been wanting that side of you back.
Yeah.
I like that. You know, before I get to the actual project, you mentioned something. You were talking about like you've learned from your mistakes, right?
Yeah.
What have been some mistakes that you feel like you've made that have taught you like a lesson these last few years that you could talk about, that you feel comfortable talking about?
Some mistakes that I learned from. It's been a lot of them, but ones that like stand out. It's just not being able, like, just not saying no when I should have said no. Setting boundaries. I made a mistake by not setting boundaries with a lot of people in my life, you know. Being too nice. Trusting too easy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like being too nice is my problem too.
Yeah.
It like
I'm a Capricorn though, so like I'm like a people pleaser, you know. So
right.
It's like, yeah.
I don't know. Are Leos like people pleasers? I don't know if that's like a thing for real. But I just be like being nice to people. I don't know.
Me too. I like to make people feel comfortable. Like,
I don't see no reason to be mean unless like, I don't know, you started with me like first thing in the morning when I wake up. I feel like that's like anybody who catches me off the wake up, I always apologize for my text. Like Calvin knows. Calvin will call me like first thing when I wake up in the morning. I'll be like, bro, I don't care. I'll be like, whatever you call me about, bro, it could wait. Yeah, it could wait like 3 hours. Like I feel like that's the only time I'm mean, but I feel you because I think that like, you know, you get in positions to win and you want to help people and then people try to take they try to take advantage of the kindness.
They take advantage of it, but it's cool. You live and you learn. I'm always be a good person. That's just who I am. You know? So, yeah.
Do you look back on the Where the Shooters Be project fondly? Like, are you still very proud of it?
Yeah.
You wish you did some things differently?
Nah, I feel like that project right there, like, is legendary. You know. From all the songs, it's finna be gold. It did great numbers, so it's like, like I'm proud of that project. That was my first project after signing my deal, so it was just like, and it did great. I got a lot of great songs on there that everybody know. You know? So, yeah.
So More Than a Shooter. We're putting this out Thursday, so out at midnight by the time y'all see this. Hopefully, it's coming soon. You know, 6 hours, whatever time we drop this. Why More Than a Shooter? You know, because you already kind of talked about like wanted to give your fans that side of you that they've been asking for, with kind of like, you know, the more pain melodic, the more emotional Sleaze music. But why kind of, because it does feel like a sequel to the last tape, right? Just having the shooter name in it in general. What was kind of like your thought process behind that?
So I feel like Where the Shooters Be, how I kind of explained it when I first dropped that, I feel like that tape, that mixtape for me was like me kind of introducing where I'm from, just introducing where I'm from and how he is. You know, it's like Where the Shooters Be don't mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just where I'm coming up out of, you know what I'm saying? Shooters, people confusing that shooter like, were the people that's just doing a lot of violence and shit like that. But it's like, nah, it's like, I'm speaking for the people that's coming out of poverty or coming from where I came from, you know what I'm saying? So it's like growing up in the environment I was in. So it's like, that's why it's called Where the Shooters Be, you know? And More Than a Shooter is just to show that like, we can make it from that, you know?
Yeah.
Like we more than what we thought we was, you know what I'm saying? We more than what people said we was, you know?
Right.
So,
Because I feel like people would like kind of look at the name of the last project and this project and try to paint like a bad picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just off of like, you know, off the strength of how we see like countless like black rap artists get painted a picture about them that's not necessarily true because of just the environment that they come from and the things they've done in their past. Whether you look at the things with Meek Mill and kind of, you know, him being on parole for all these years, there's always like kind of like a picture that's painted against you guys. So I kind of like, I like what you did with this, where it's kind of like, I'm more than just what I've been painted out to be by media, online, people talking, things like that.
It's a deep meaning behind it, man. So you just gotta really, if you know, you know. If you don't, then you just don't. I feel like the people that don't and just automatically judge because they never been through what we've been through or been where we, like, you know what I'm saying, came from. So it's like, of course they gonna look at us on the outside looking in, like, for example, a judge. You know, a judge gonna look at you like, okay, you grew up in this environment. you in here for a gun. You know what I'm saying? He gonna just look at you as a criminal. He gonna look at you like a shooter. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we more than that. You know?
Yeah, and you posted on IG. You had a long caption. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I like the beginning of it a lot because you said I ain't shedding no tears since I was a kid, but I cried making this album not because I was sad, but because I realized how far I came, what I went through to get here, and how much I lost after all of it. And the other line is bittersweet because I lost loved ones I never thought I would lose due to this lifestyle and what came with this street. Success, money, and fame, and then a couple, sad emojis. And then you kind of went on. You said you hope your story can, help any youngins out there in the hood, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Did you actually cry? You really cried making this project?
Yeah. I like the time, like my mama, she had came in the studio when I was making a personal song, and she started crying. So it made me cry.
Yeah, I feel like if your mom started crying, no matter what, you gonna start crying.
Yeah, she started crying. She just hugged me and was like, "You gonna be all right,"
And that kind of was like a reaffirming thing for you that like everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
If you look closely in the picture too, like on the side of your face where it's kind of like a skull, obviously the title's there, but there's a lot of pictures in there. Are those all pictures of you, family members? Like, who are all these pictures?
Me, my guys that's locked up, family members. Yeah.
How did the idea for this cover art come about? Because I really like the two side part.
I feel like it came from like just the like that's where I came from.
Yeah.
Like it's like the origin story, like the
origin story.
Yeah,
of
the
Sleazy.
origin story of me. So it's like a lot of my fans don't know. I'm very like conservative, so it's a lot of things that I haven't showed the world. So
yeah,
people really just judge me based off of social media.
Right.
So like with this album, that's why I want to show more of myself.
Have you had any issues like trying to go around and promote this album? Because you're here right now, but I haven't seen you moving around a lot like as of lately.
Yeah, I haven't really been able to like move around as much as I want to because I'm dealing with something back home.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, I just haven't been able to.
But we're doing what we can to get this out, right?
Yes, sir.
So who's on the project with you?
I got Skilla Baby on the project.
Of course.
What You Need, Babe just dropped. I got Rod 49. I got Polo G.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I think that's about it. It's really like this is a project for me.
Right.
In my core,
But like I said, like I feel like the Skilla and Rob 49 features, they all kind of fit into like that circle of artists that like I always see all y'all hanging out with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's fine that y'all always still support each other in that sense too.
I had other features that I was gonna put on there, but it's like I just wanted to give my fans me because I ain't dropped in 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's like me dropping this project. I wanted them to come and hear me.
Do you like have an idea for a deluxe 2 with this tape too, or is it very much just kind of like it is where it is and we're gonna?
No, I got an idea for the deluxe.
Okay.
Yeah.
More features maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what everybody's been doing lately. Like they'll do like the project, which is mostly them. Who did it recently? I'm trying to think. Somebody who was here. I can't think about it, but like the deluxe will have more of the features on it, like all the extra records that people have been asking for and whatnot. Something that you recently did like in the last year that I thought was really cool. And we had him up here like a month or two ago, Yovngchimi. Yeah. And it was funny because we're talking about it, and you said that he like hit you the other day or something like that. What is like the relationship with you and Chimmy? Like, how did that first happen?
I think the first time we had a conversation, I was in the studio with my A&R and a friend of his actually know bro very well, and bro was like he just been trying to he fuck with my music. He like I'm a fan of your music. I fuck with your music and shit like that. He wanted to do a song with me, and I'm like, I checked it out. I like his. I'm like, all right, bet, cool. We're gonna lock it in. So months went by. He actually sent the record to me, and I just recorded to the record and sent it back. He dropped it on this project. So
that's fine.
We've been like cool ever since then.
That's fine. Yeah, Chimmy is like one of the best new, well, I guess quote unquote new young artists out of Puerto Rico right now. So like
he doing and I this style. Like I like how he coming. He remind me of how I am.
Yeah, it's raw, right?
Yeah,
it's raw. I also saw like I think you had posted EBK Jaaybo not long ago. Jaaybo like right now is like my favorite. Calvin not in his head because Calvin been bumping Jaaybo's 2 project, but like Jaaybo's like literally my favorite new artist out like the West Coast right now.
Yeah, that's
right?
my dog. Like we close too.
How did you guys meet? Because I know he's kind of been in and out of jail. He was out for a little bit. I think he's back in jail right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
How'd y'all meet? Free Jaaybo, by the way.
We actually met through my man's Dante, which is his manager, and it's another one of them It's my brother Hundo calling.
Go ahead, pick it up. Hundo's always calling. Have Hundo say a little something. You can put him on speaker.
All right. No, I pressed the wrong button.
Did you really?
Hold on, let me see.
Why are you like this? Come on, bro.
Let me see if he called back. Hold on.
Every time Hundo be calling. Well, anyway, let's go back to talk about the project. We'll see if Hundo comes back.
Free Big Grimy.
Yeah, free him, free Hundo, free Hundo.
Damn.
But
I hope he called back.
So Turbo played how big of a role did Turbo play in the production of this project? How many records did he do on this?
He got Turks and Caicos, Ole Ole, Cinetex, got another record. I think he got like 4 or 5 records.
Oh, so you got a decent amount on this project.
Yeah.
How did was that just kind of like a mutual thing too? Like y'all just met on the gram?
He been actually wanting to work with me, and we linked up and we just connected. Like that's my dog. Like we just connected the first day we linked. I brought him. He came to my city. We got to working on my project, The More Than a Shooter. Like he co-produced it and whatever. And we got to know each other first before we even started recording. Like we was just in the studio, and I was just telling him that I ain't never really told nobody. Like I said, like I don't really tell the world like my story for real. Like I don't really know too much about me because I don't really speak on it. So I was telling him, he like, man, bro, you got one of the craziest stories I heard. You need to tell the world this, you know? Like they need to know this. Like you got crazy, like you got stories, you know what I'm saying, wish they had, you know?
Yeah.
The stories act like they, you know what I'm saying, been through. So then we start recording after that. You know, he played some beats. I just got to hopping on them. The rest was really history.
You said he co-produced, so I mean he did 4 or 5 like actual tracks on the project.
Mm-hmm.
But would you say that he helped co-produce this project? Not like record by record, but like input wise.
Yeah. Input wise, he helped just really orchestrated. He did a lot when it came to it. So yeah. That's
fire, man. I like that. And who else is anybody else notable on the production side of the project?
Oh yeah, all my producers on there. I got 3 producers. White Boy made this.
Who did the freestyle beat?
Yeah.
Shout out White Boy made this.
White Boy made this.
Shout out him.
I ain't gonna lie, he gonna be one of the ones. Like everybody gonna be trying to get beats from him in a minute. White Boy made this. Rage that did Sleazy Flow Step 1, all that. My man's Harry. We got V-Rex on there. This is not my producer, but them 3 right there was my producers. We got V-Rex on there. We got Kavi on there. Turbo. And I think that's really it.
That's fire, man. How's fatherhood been lately? How the kids?
They been bad, man. Fatherhood.
I know. Every time I feel like I talk to you, you just be like, man, I got some bad kids.
I do, but they love me. I love them.
What'd they break recently?
They break their flat screens every month.
How? Nah. Because I feel like when I was a kid and my pops had like the big. It wasn't a flat screen. You said I'm not that old, by the way, but it had the big like thing behind it.
Man,
if I had broke that,
I don't know what they be doing. It's like I go in a room, the dresser be on the floor and the TV.
They think they Spider-Man or something. Yeah,
they be doing something. They 2 and 3 though, so like my little boys, 2 and 3, so they just be breaking their TVs all the time, drawing on.
Just doing evil.
Yeah, my oldest boy, he be cussing a lot now.
Oh,
so,
nah.
Yeah.
Damn.
He copy anything he hear.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he like listening to the music a lot now or no? How old is he?
He 3. He turn up when my music come on though. Like get him turned when like he love like seeing me on TV, you know. But like I don't really feel like he a music fan right now. Like he don't really care about it. Yeah. He like dinosaurs, so that's all he do. Yeah.
I mean, I respect it. So after this, so the project is out at midnight. By the time y'all see this, go check that out. What's after this, bro? Like what we working on after this? What else we got coming up?
After the album, I'm trying to hop right back on that road.
Okay.
I'm trying to hop right back on that road. I'm trying to get on tour. touch the fans, touch the DJs, touch the radio stations, all that.
Word.
I'm actually working on a clothing brand right now, so that's something that I'm excited to like.
What are you calling it?
I don't want to say the name right
Okay.
now. They might.
They might
steal
try to
it.
take it, yeah.
But no, I'm working on a clothing brand right now, and it's gonna be top of the line. It's gonna be the flyers of the flyers gonna put that shit on. So yeah,
Word, man. Well, make sure you send me a pack when it's
I
done.
got you.
Word. Well, I appreciate you. By the time y'all see this new project out at midnight, go check that out. You know what I'm saying? More Than a Shooter out now. Freestyle Part 2 out now. Oh, I was gonna ask you about Part 1, man. That Part 1 was so crazy.
Man,
How did you feel about before we go, how did you feel about the reception of it too? Because, you know, not to humbly brag, but like that freestyle is more viewed than the rest of your freestyles combined.
yeah,
Humble on the radar brag real quick.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
facts. No, I love that freestyle. Like, be wishing I made it into a song. Like,
Yeah, why didn't you make that second part into a song? Because the first part was on Drake's joint. The second joint, I think we still need that.
I actually did. It's gonna be on the album.
My guy, I like that.
So that
See?
I finished it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So like when I made that one, like that one, it was just like
Playing around with it.
yeah, playing around with it. So it's like I'm like, oh, that's actually dope. I end up finishing it. So
So by the time people see this, if you like this part one, that was the second beat. The second
Yeah.
beat's on the album. What's the song called? Do you remember?
It's called High School Dropout.
High School Dropout. So go
Yeah.
listen to High School Dropout from
Yeah.
his part one freestyle. That's out now. Part two freestyle out now. Go run that up. You know what's going on.
Yeah, let's run that part 2 up, man.
Before we get up out of here, bro, anything else you want to let the people know where they can follow you at, all that good stuff. You know the drill. Now it's time to do it. It's camera on the right here.
SleazyWorld_go on all platforms. If you don't know who I am, I think you should get to know me. And if you do, continue to rock with me, man. Let's get it.
Very simple. Well, look, make sure you go run up everything he has out now. Go run up that new album out at midnight or now by the time y'all see this. Go run up part 2. Go run up part 1. Go run up High School Dropout from part 1 on the new project. Till next time, go show him some love. Go show him support. Love is free, support's free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, SleazyWorld, go on the radar.
Yeah.
Love.